What's something almost everyone seems to learn the hard way? You become the people you hang out with. Just because someone accepts you doesn't mean they want what's best for you. Lots of relationships won't last, no matter how strong it was. You can't help someone who's not willing to be helped, even if they pretend to be. Experience is what you gain 5 minutes after you really needed it. Sometimes people can just fall out of love for you, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. It's not all about you. Your actions have consequences on others. To take care of your teeth. Your intense feelings of love for each other won't fix all of your relationship problems. Things such as personality fit, lifestyle compatibility, emotional maturity, self-confidence, respect, shared values, and communication styles are more important for choosing a life partner. Never test people's love affection for you whether it is friends or relationship. Even if you can put a crap ton of effort into a friendship, it won't work unless the other person puts in the exact same amount of effort as you. The difference between love and lust. Not everyone's going to like you. Just because you're nice doesn't mean life will be nice to you. I am in no way saying being a worse human being is better. I feel better being nice and knowing what I do can help other people whether I know it or not. But just because I do my best to be the best person I can be and go out of my way to help others doesn't mean it'll be returned. Alcohol is not the answer. It's the problem. 6 years sober. The more chances you give assholes, the more pointless your efforts become. People in positions over you, your boss, cops, judges, politicians, etc., often don't give a damn about you and will actively screw you over so long as they can get something out of it. It's okay to be wrong and it's okay to ask for help. So many people suffer due to pride. Handling rejection with grace. We all have an ego. But what matters is how we use the feedback from rejection to build a better version of ourselves without negatively impacting others. Seems really simplistic, but eat healthy and wear ear protection, or NEP depending on situation. And yeah, I learned the hard way. Tinnitus here. Not everyone has your best interests at heart. People will try to use you. Be guarded. You're going to get old. Way faster than you think. You should be investing money for your old age now, and more than you think you can spare. That nicotine, sugar, caffeine and opiates are all addictive. The stove is hot. You should have spent more time with your parents. That others may just in fact be wiser or smarter than you. That mama was right when she told you those things. Yusu Naito. To really know someone, watch what they do, not what they say. They will show you their true self. That romantic love is awesome, but it can't be your entire life. You have to be your own whole person whether you have a SO or not. Not everyone is trustworthy. Not everyone thinks the way you do. Floss your teeth. Don't get married young. Let your brain fully develop and experience the world a little bit before tying yourself to someone. Some people will never like you. And well, trying to please them is the least rewarding experience ever. So you just kind of match their energy. And they get mad at you, and accuse you of being the prick. Think things through. That being said, more and more people make themselves out to be a victim so they don't have to accept responsibility for the consequences of their actions. Drinking heavily is generally a bad idea. Bad financial decisions. You can't cheat adulthood and get away with it. What their own definition of love really is and how it can be very different for other people. Don't shit where you eat. The consequences of being overweight or obese. Only friends can betray you. Choose wisely. How to change a flat tire. Don't mess with wasps. That good dental hygiene is worth it. What we don't appreciate when we have, and when we lose, we cry. When to ask for a pay rise. Avoid debt because the payback is worse than hell. That not everyone who is nice to you truly likes you. Don't put your dick in crazy. You might not have good friends even if they seem good. That betting will lead to you losing your money. Lift with your legs, not with your back. That no one can stop another person from drinking. You're not as cool as you think you are. Save money and reduce needless expenses. Bottom line, Your grandparents were right about being frugal and living a modest lifestyle. Saving money is important. That there is no possible surefire way to go without an accident on a table saw. It will happen. What you do with that knowledge determines when you buy a saw. Stop tequila. Punishing yourself will never make up for the shit you feel bad about not to choose the wrong person. That we don't know shit in our early 20s. The edibles will kick in. Living life. We are not good people, but as long as we accept that and we work to become a lighter shade of gray, we need not despair. This is something we learn the hard way over and over. There are times where we make peace with our flawed natures and times when we hate ourselves for having them. It's a cycle and it's one best accepted sooner rather than later. Breaking up, even just a friendship, is hard to let go, but sometimes it is for the best. Don't mess with John Wick's dog. You have to eat well and exercise. Alcohol should be enjoyed in moderation. Wax paper and parchment paper are not the same thing. Wax paper only goes in the oven if the thing you are making happens to be fire. The consequences of eating junk food and fast food and not exercising. Women that keep getting back with dudes that are really abusive and toxic. My wife has had so many friends that return to men that repeatedly make awful decisions. Her one best friend returns to her alcoholic boyfriend every month no matter how much he steals or acts out domestically. Some women love taking care of really fucked up guys like their own little puppy dogs. Then the gals end up in situations where they're scared to leave and it's so sad. All you can do as a best friend is be supportive as possible because you can't change their mind. How to pace yourself drinking. I'm 54 and I'm still learning the hard way. Or not learning. Genetics can be a cruel bitch. You can't get rich quick. Driving. Choosing yourself despite everything. I learned that even if you're a family, best friend, I can manage to distance myself to protect my peace. What having bad credit does to you financially. Don't trust anyone, but yourself. People are more selfish than others realize. Drinking too much will give you a hangover. Credit card debt is evil. Unprotected sex. Treating someone due to their life circumstances without making the wrong conclusion about them. You can never surpass making mistakes or making perceptual errors against people, so even when you try to support or help someone thinking that you are not foolish not to trust their friend with a hammer asking you to hold the nail. The flaws we find in others are our own flaws reflected back at us. If we enter into something with the thoughts of failure, then 100% it will fail. Give the best of yourself in every endeavor and it will return 100%. Birth control. Don't lend money to people that you aren't prepared to lose. Respect. If you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else? RuPaul. That they have one life, and every second is precious. That there are people who will let you down. Most anything with kids. Every generation has to sorta reinvent the wheel a bit. Trust your instincts with these damn relationships. People will list off a parade's worth of red flags and then ask, what should I do? Bitch, leave. Ovens are hot. There are two types of people. 1. Those who are making backups. 2. Those who will be making backups. Don't neglect your friends when you get in your first relationship. My mother told this to me, but I was, yeah sure that's obvious. And still made that exact mistake. Happens to a lot of people. Finger in the car cigarette lighter. Do not fuck crazy. Burning bridges early. You never know when someone might come in handy. Karma is real. Love. How gravity works. Being a parent. Youth is wasted on the young. Loyalty shift based on people interest. Hangovers. Everyone needs to learn these firsthand to understand how bad they can be. No amount of warning will help. The stove is hot. That people who bitch and complain about their life a lot aren't looking for solutions, just an audience. Not to trust anyone. Love isn't enough to keep a relationship. That dating doesn't always work. No one can teach you it. You just have to experience the pain yourself to truly understand. Credit cards. How not to be caught. in 4K by your parents via search history or internet bills. Shit took a month to learn about private browsers or clearing history data. Messing with the wrong people. Personal finance. Humility. Don't shit where you eat. That there's no one way to live life. Marbles. You need to work hard to make progress advance. Focus on finding a partner who is genuinely interested in you. Don't waste years waiting for someone to develop feelings for you.